All right, guys, we're out here today in West Fresno, checking out a couple of really nice two-story houses. They've both got some interesting things that we're going to talk about here in just a minute. This is a non-HOA community. Many of my clients are telling me these days that they don't want an HOA, so this is definitely one to consider. With this builder, we have a way to get you an interest rate in the low fours, guys. You heard me correctly, like a 4.3. Now that's as the time of this video was shot. So if you see this in a year from now, that may or may not be the case. But as of today, that is the information I can share with you guys, all right? Now, they're building like crazy. It's like a construction site out here, except for the models. These things are nice, beautiful, and complete for us to walk through. All right, you're not gonna believe the closet space in this house right here, okay? That's the first one we're gonna see. It's the smaller one of the two. All three bedrooms have a massive closet that I was blown away when I saw it, guys. I think you're gonna be blown away as well. And it's got a really cool loft that could be a second living room. This house has got a downstairs bedroom, so if you have an elderly family member moving in with you who doesn't want to climb stairs, this is one for you. So there's something out here for everybody, guys. Let's dive in, have a look, and see what you guys think. All right, guys, I am walking up to the first house right now. Check it out. It's this baddie right here. All right, kind of cool. All right, now, that front door is pretty cool. I like the red and I like the glass. Let some nice light through. All right, so first off, we actually shot some homes by this builder maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago, all right? This is the higher end product line, okay? So when I first walked in here, I thought, wow, this feels kind of familiar. But then I remembered that the ones we shot just a few blocks from here are a little bit cheaper than these. These are slightly more upscale, bigger lot size, things like that. So this home might feel kind of familiar, but the next one, we've never seen anything like it. So let me just stop talking and start showing. All right, so we come in the way here. Check it out. That's where we just came from. We've got our stairwell right over here. We're gonna go up there in a minute. In this house, all the bedrooms are upstairs. There's not a downstairs bedroom option in this particular floor plan. Down here on the left, right here, is the garage, okay? It's your standard 2-car garage. All right, and then right across the hall from that on the right is the powder room, half bath, okay? So pretty nice. I like the black fixtures everywhere. It's pretty nice, I like it. Let's see here. All right, so there's the toilet. Not bad. I mean, you know, I wish they would do like pocket doors. Like they used to do that in the 80s and I don't know, they stopped. This is totally workable, okay? I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I mean, it's a little tight, like coming in, having to like step in and open the door, you know, shut the door. It's a little slightly tight, but you know, whatever. It's totally functional. So, all right, now check out the great room. What do you think? Pretty open concept, okay? So I'm not sure if you like the open concept. A lot of the new construction homes being built these days are new construction. Are open concept. Of course they're new construction if they're new construction, right? This is a coat closet, okay? That's right there. That's kind of a catch-all, but you come down the entry, you hang your coat right there. You could add shelving and make that an extended pantry space for, you know, appliances or things like that. But actually, let's cut through the kitchen and we'll take a look at the other pantry. So nice island, sink is in the island. This has got a kind of an off-white grayish quartzite countertop. All right, and then it's got Whirlpool stainless steel appliances. So very nice. Now, of course, the stove and dishwasher and microwave all come standard with this home. All right, these are all standard features. The refrigerator and the washer and dryer, we can probably negotiate into the deal if that's something that you don't have and that you want. So they're not soft close, but that's all right. Okay, at the price point, there's a lot of other value here, and you can buy the hinges on Amazon, and it might take a weekend to change them all because there are quite a few cabinets with hinges, but it's not bad. Not a deal breaker at all, I wouldn't say. Kind of a cool farmhouse sink, kind of an oval shape, not bad at all. Like the black sink, as mentioned before. All right, let's see this pantry space. All right, that's ample, I would say. It's got some nice shelving in there. All right, cool. And then your coffee maker and all that jazz can go right over here. It's nice. All right, now this is actually pretty spacious. This house is about 1852 square feet. So for 1852 square feet, they have actually utilized it really, really well. That's a 6-person table that you see right there. You know, you could easily extend it if you had a bigger family or needed a bigger table, even if it's just once in a while, you know, during the holidays or something. Totally, it's doable. And then this living room is a nice size, you know, for the everyday Netflix thing, you know, it would totally work. I like that the TV's across from the kitchen, so if you're in here doing dishes or something and you want to have a show on just for some noise, totally you can do that. So it's a nice layout, guys. It's really a nice layout. The upstairs is fantastic. We're going to see that in a minute, but I want to show you guys this backyard, okay? Let me unlock this actually, and then we'll go out there. So something about this particular community is that these yards, these lot sizes are much larger. All right, so check it out. I mean, you know, if we're talking about, you know, a house in an older neighborhood like 93711 or something where the lots are 10, 12, 15,000 square feet, then, I mean, I don't know. Looking at new construction may not actually be the right thing for you if that's what you're looking for. But I'm just saying, compared to all the other new construction that's out there right now, these yards are actually decent, especially this particular one. Let me show it to you. So first off, over here is the setback on the side. That down there is a condenser for a mini split air conditioning unit, which is only there to cool the model office, okay? So that's not gonna be part of your house. That's just for the model because the garage is the office. These are your condensation lines right there. That white thing down there is a clean out. All right, this black thing right here in the middle is actually a drain. You noticed how it kind of goes like this. That way the water will drain properly. That's the idea there. All right, we've got weather protected outlets out here because we're outside. And then this is actually a main shutoff to kill the power to the air conditioning condenser, which is the main condenser for the house unit right here, the HVAC. So let's say you have it serviced annually like you're supposed to, and the guy comes out. He doesn't need to go into the garage and disconnect it from, you know, shut the breaker off. He can just trip it from here. It's more of a convenience than anything. So that's nice to know. All right. I love what they did back here with this yard. Like, it's just a perfect little barbecue entertaining space, you know, the way they did the lights. Like, it's really, really pretty. Now, of course, yours would be dirt, but this definitely gives you an idea, a concept of what you can do. Look at this. These are oranges, guys. Look at that. Farm fresh right here. They could be lemons. I actually don't know, but whatever. That's an olive tree. All right, and they got their fire pit out here with their chairs. This is cool. This is nice. All right, check that thing out. Now, what's really cool about this particular house and many of the ones being built out here is you have a setback that is probably, I don't know, 18, probably 16 feet. You know, they designed this as a little synthetic grass area surrounded by some nice foliage. It's nice. They use the space well. So they have their entertaining space. You could be out here playing bocce ball or wiffle ball, whatever, and just kind of hang out, you know. It's nice. I love it. I love what they did. So this yard, I mean, like I said, it's not like half an acre, but for a new home, this is a good backyard. Enough space for the kids to come out here and hang out and be outside instead of on a tablet all the time. All right, let me shut this up real quick. All right, we're inside, door is closed. Let's make our way upstairs because That's really the cool thing, the closets. I keep saying the closets. I've just never seen a new home, a new construction house with every room having its own walk-in closet. It's kind of crazy. So we're gonna climb the stairs together, guys, together. All right. I'm gonna show you the upstairs, then I'm gonna talk about the functionality of this, and then we'll kind of move on, okay? So at the top of the stairs, so there's where we came from. And then right here's a nice window at the top that kind of looks out to your yard or your neighbor's yard if it's a 2-story. Be mindful of that. So, all right, come this way. It's like Willy Wonka. I said come this way. I thought of Willy Wonka, you know, when he's like, come with me and you'll see in a world of pure imagination, guys. Sing with me. All right, here's the first bedroom that we are seeing, okay? What the heck is this? This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. It's huge. It's got windows and it's the length of the bedroom. Look at that, look. Isn't that something? That's crazy to me. Like, look at that. You could hang so much stuff in here. A lot of stuff, guys. It's got a nice door. It's really nice. All right. Explanation. Still in my Willy Wonka era. All right, now that's a full bed over there, okay? We have a nightstand. This is sort of shoved up to the wall. I'm not trying to, you know, say it's not big or small or whatever, but you're not gonna put a nightstand over here with it that close to the wall. All right, so you've got one there and a bed. There's no dresser, which might have to go over there. And if you were to put a cabinet here, you know, or a desk or something, it's gonna make the room feel smaller, guys, but I'm sure you can figure that out. But look at this. This is crazy. Look at that. This is not the primary. I mean, look at that. Me and my brother shared a standard closet as kids. So to have a child and them have this amount of closet space is like unheard of. And in a house this size at a price that is where this one's priced that we're going to talk about, it's really a great value, actually. Okay, in here the tub does have the fiberglass insert. We've talked about that many times on the channel. A really high shower head, so if you're more than 6 feet tall like myself, that would totally work for you perfectly fine. I like this. It's pretty cool, the way it's labeled and everything. Never seen that. It's nice. And then we've got a toilet. And we have one sink. I would not hate it if it had 2 sinks, but it's got 1 sink, so we're gonna potty like a rock star, guys. Check it out. All right, now, the cool thing about this house is that you have this loft, which is like a second living room, and that's hard to find in newer construction homes, oftentimes, just because they're trying to maximize, you know, bedrooms and everything. So, you know, houses built in the 80s and 90s oftentimes had 2 living rooms, which is a really nice concept. This is perfect. The kids can be up here, you know, playing Wii, bowling. Just don't throw the remote through the TV, guys. I don't know, that was like a big deal. Do you guys remember when Wii came out? That was like a big deal. People were throwing the remotes through the TVs, and then they were upset with Nintendo like it was their fault or something crazy. All right, we've got lots of storage up here. This is the upstairs linen closet. You can put your Monopoly and Yahtzee games in there. Perfect. You can play Twister if you are feeling nimble, apparently. All right, look at the laundry. It's a great size laundry. All right, we can work these units into the deal if we must, not to worry. All right, and check out the primary. sweet, guys. The primary sounds so formal. That wall over there is a design feature. It does not come that way. It comes just like what you see here. Okay, very clean and flat white. I think it's like Swiss coffee. That's the, don't ask me why, like all the builders are using like Swiss coffee. That's the name of the paint color. Wouldn't you think Swiss coffee would be brown, not white, unless Swiss coffee is white? I don't know. I just never got that, but who cares what I think. All right, here's the primary bath, okay? We've got another black tall shower head right up top there. Same controls there. This one has no tub, but it does come with a bench, which is really a nice feature. All right, we've got good linen storage here. You could also put shoes and purses and watches, I don't know, things like that in here if you needed the extra closet space. But I'm not so sure that you're gonna need it, because look at the size of this. Look at this. It's hard sometimes to capture like the full effect on the camera, but it's actually quite spacious in here. And if you want to see it in person, just send me a message, call me. All right, and then we've got the quartzite counter material here as well. Same black faucets. It's well done, it's nice. I've mentioned that in other homes by other builders, there's not a light over the sink. Oftentimes they're placed in the center of the bathroom, which doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion, because when you're washing your face, you want the light in front of you, not behind you. But again, I'm not the builder. I don't know, whatever, who knows, but all right. All right, we're gonna climb back down these stairs together, okay? Now, before I do anything else, you gotta hear this, guys. We have a way to get you an interest rate in the low 4s on a home like this, okay? It's serious, because interest means money in my head, right? Higher interest means more money and not more house. It means more money, but the same house, and the rest is going out the window to the bank, right? We want to get you a good rate, guys, and we can do it on a house like this where we get an incentive like the one we can negotiate on a home like this, okay? We can get you like above $20,000 all day long on a house like this. So it's huge, guys, it's huge, okay? For the value that you get with this house, when you see the payments, you're gonna be shocked. So if you're approved for like, $385 or something, these houses are priced well above that, but we might be able to get you into one of these because the rate's lower. With a lower rate means a lower payment, which means more house. It's like basic math, and I'm happy to break it down for you if you just reach out, so let me know. All right, you guys ready for the second house? Should I talk some more or just dive in? I think I should just dive in. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath house. It does not have a loft, actually, but it does have a downstairs bedroom. So if you have an elderly parent or someone moving in with you, it's a nice thing so they don't have to climb the stairs. It's a great floor plan, lots to offer. Let's go on in and check this thing out. All right, so this is the big brother to the last one. This is a 4.3, 2126 square feet. All right. I think the last one was 1852. All right, so this one's a few hundred feet bigger, nearly 300 feet difference. You're gonna feel it in the living room and some of the spaces, here in the entryway. It's quite a bit wider actually than the last house. We've got different directions and stuff, ways to go. So this is really pretty. The way they did this accent wall here, the woodwork is nice. All right, the biggest reason somebody might buy this over the last house, in my opinion, is because they want at least one downstairs master. All right, like I said, if you have someone moving in who's maybe a little older, getting up there kind of, they may not be able or want to climb stairs. Therefore, that house would not really work. okay? And you'll notice that door looks to be an ADA door with how wide it is. So that probably makes sense. Now, look at the closet, guys. You don't get the walk-ins in this one. It's a bigger house, but you don't get the cool walk-in closets like you get in the last house. I don't know how important the walk-in closets are, but I had an idea before we get to this whole house here. I just want to tell you real quick on the last house, all right? So those walk-in closets would be crazy big for a kid, right? When I was a kid, I would build forts with my brother and my sister. We would, you know, take all the sheets off our beds when, you know, we were not being supervised, all right? We would put, you know, a sheet on the stool in the living room, put a book on it, and then drag it across the coffee table, put a couple shoes on it there, and then, you know, stuff it in between the couch of the, you know, the cushion of the couch to keep it tight. And then we would be crawling around underneath, kind of having like the time of our lives. So as a kid, that'd be cool. So what I was thinking in that last house, that walk-in closet, if your kid doesn't need all that space, that'd be a cool little hangout spot, like a little fort kind of cool thing. I know no one's gonna do that. They're like, that's ridiculous. My kid needs a closet, which I get it. I just thought that was kind of cool. I don't know, whatever. All right, enough about my opinions on nothing. Let me show this to you. All right, so we're coming out of the room. All right, you see where we're at. I just want to give you the orientation. Right here is linens, okay? Perfect. They're even demonstrating what you can do. Look at that, wow. Put a towel there, awesome idea. Okay, perfect. I like the floating shelves. You don't get those with the house if you buy it, but it, you know, shows you what you can do, of course. Now this home does not have the black package, okay? The black faucets and all of that, black hardware. It's got like a brushed nickel, no, I don't know if that's nickel. It's like a brushed silver, I'm not sure. Like a stainless steel, kind of like a brushed something or other, but same tub though, it's the insert tub. You know, we got the same 9-foot ceilings in here downstairs. We've got the one sink right here. These are undermount sinks, so that's very nice. Okay, so this is cool. So the last house had a half bath. This one you actually get a full bathroom downstairs. And that's kind of required because if you do have someone living in this room right here, obviously you need a shower and a tub and all that. So that's good, all right? Now, as we mosey our way on down, look at this thing, guys. Actually, forget the closets in the last house. This is better for a kid. This would be a really cool fort. Wow, this is actually really, really big. All right, we are in here giving you the full effect. You know what my wife and I would probably do? I guarantee you, my wife would want to make this a husky room because we've got 2 huskies, Luna and Yeti. They kind of listen when they want to, when there's food involved actually. They listen when there's food involved. This would be a cool little spot for them. I think that would be fantastic actually. Yes, you could store a bunch of dusty bins and holiday decor that you don't need. You know, you could store that somewhere else in the garage or whatever. Put some racks, whatever, your totes. But why waste this space storing a vacuum when you could make it like your fur baby resort? Like that's super cool. And then you can even partition a size of the outside area that we're gonna see and give them an outside space as well. Like that's really cool. And then you could close it off and it's put away. Very cool. All right, so this is where you're gonna feel the difference in square footage, probably more than anywhere. Even though this house is 4 bedrooms and the last one was 3, you don't have the loft upstairs. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, you can't really say, oh, well, you know, this is a 4-bed, that's a 3-bed, so obviously it's bigger. Well, no, you lose a loft. That's 3 bedrooms and a loft, this is 4-bed. So, it's just cut up differently. All right, this is good. I've actually had several clients tell me, you know, we want, you know, 2,000 square feet, right? And then we go see a house that's 1,750, and because of the floor plan alone, it works perfect. It's plenty of space, you know? And then I've also had people that tell me, hey, 1,500 square feet works, but they end up buying something much larger because of the particular floor plan, the way the space is utilized. You know, big, long, fancy entryways look beautiful, but they waste square footage. So it's about finding a balance between functionality and, you know, and desire of what you want, you know, things like that, I think. But this is a good use of space though. I mean, it's a pretty big room. I'm not sure if it's being captured on the camera the way I'm seeing it, but it's pretty nice. So you do have electric appliances out here. All right, it is not gas, it's electric. All right, guys, this right here, this is called I think this is called the diverter. So if you have a clog in the line going to the dishwasher, then the water is going to shoot out of this thing. So you have to make sure it's facing, that has to be facing the sink. So when the water sprays out in the event of an emergency, it goes into your sink and not all over your counter. Well, look at me, you know, I've been to a home inspection or two. And I own a house, so I should know that anyways, but now you know too if you didn't already. It's not like it's a crazy concept or anything, but little things I like to share when I think of it, just because it's things that you don't sometimes learn until you have a mishap. All right, that'd be a good coffee pot spot right there. Say that 3 times fast, guys. Coffee pot spot. All right, that will take you to the 2-car garage. It's locked, so we're not seeing it. Let's see, do you guys want to see this backyard? Let me open it up for you real quick. All right, very similar theme as the last house. All right, I love what they do back here. This builder knows how to do a backyard, that's for sure, and utilize the space well. I like the rounded concrete corners. I mean, it's nice. It kind of ties in with the rounded table. All right. It's nice, check it out. Okay. It's like a desert, like Mediterranean theme or something. It's nice. I like those rocks. They actually give the backyard a nice texture. And then the curvature of the lawn, very pretty. It's nice. They did a great job. And this is synthetic grass. It doesn't come with it. It's dirt when you get it, but you know, of course you can do whatever. All right, very cool. Let me get back inside here. All right, we are in. This is a nice 2-story. It really is, guys. It's nice. What they've done, it's nice. You know, this is a nice size living room. Like, it's a good floor plan. It really is. You know, sometimes personally, I'm not a huge fan of the kitchen, you know, table and then living room like all in a row, but look how much space there is here actually. You know, you could easily get around, and this is a pretty big table, and it's very easy to just kind of make your way around. And I would be chasing Sophie around this table. I could already see it. All right, now this staircase is broken, so you climb up halfway, you stop, have a sip of water. Just kidding, guys. And then you continue up. It kind of flips back. So even though there's not a loft up here, it doesn't feel tight. It feels spacious. Like, look at the width of the walls. Okay. All right, more linen space, guys. They actually give you a very fair amount of storage. What do you think of this? Where you walk in the bath, oh, see, I like this. I like that we've got 2 sinks. The other house, I feel like lacks that. I mean, you don't need it, but it would be nice to have. I think we could probably all agree. How do you feel about the toilet just being down there at the end? Not bad. I mean, I guess the question is, where else would you put it, right? It just seems like it's there, you know? Like, I don't know. Cool window. All right, same tub, same hardware and all that in the shower. You know, I like the dual sinks though. I think that's huge for up here. right, this room here. Oh, see, this is good. This is spacious. I actually like the theme. It's kind of cool. The trees or whatever over there is pretty neat. This is the room that looks out to the front. Okay, this looks out to the front of the house. And good size, good size. See, they've actually got furniture in this one. This is more realistic in my opinion. They got 2 nightstands. They got a kind of a bench there. They've got a dresser. You know, they got some stuff in here. Now you don't get the walk-ins, but you get bigger bedrooms. So I guess the trade-off is just that. And I think living space in the bedrooms is probably, this is still big though, is probably more important in my life than more closet space in a smaller room. And this feels really big too, actually. Yeah, look at this. They've got lots of furniture in here as well. So, really cool, nice. Now this closet is a little smaller, but you gain an entry into the room. This would be a fantastic nursery, actually. So, and then here's your laundry room. Your attic access is right there up top. Okay. All right, the last thing up here for you guys to see is the primary suite, and I think you're gonna love it. Look at this. It's spacious, guys. That's a king bed. You got a large dresser, large nightstands, and still plenty of space. You could do something over here if you wanted. You got a really nice size. Let's just go straight to, look at this thing. This is like a nursery in itself. I just said the other room's a nursery. Here's a nursery, guys. Your crib goes on that wall. This is crazy. This is a big, 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 big closet. Yeah, this thing is huge. I mean, for a home this size, this is really, really big. Of course, you get dual sinks in your primary bath, you know, nice quartzite counter materials here. The ceilings are 8 feet upstairs. They're 9 feet downstairs. Not sure if you noticed that. It's not a big difference, but you know, it's a little bit of a difference. Nice shower with the bench though. Do you guys like the silver or the black better? What do you think? All right, look at that. More storage. This builder gives lots of storage, guys. And then you've got your toilet right in there. I like that it's kind of closed off. You can shut that and, you know. And this room is in the rear of the home, so it overlooks the backyard right there. All right, so let's make our way back. It's kind of your stairs. All right, so we've looked at our numbers. We've been saying this just because we're not sure if people are aware, but like 70 to 80% of the people watching the content on our channel are not subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel. It shares our stuff with more and more people, the more people that engage with it. It helps out the channel a ton, and it lets people find us so that we can help them on their home journey or relocation journey, just like we're helping you, okay? So we've got people reaching out from South Carolina, Virginia, Arizona, Florida, Missouri, you name it, like all over the place, you know, and it's becoming more and more and more frequent that people are reaching out because of these videos. Because of you guys though, because you're engaging with our videos, you're subscribing, you're liking, all of that stuff. So please do any and all of the above. We really appreciate it. And if you're looking to move within the city, hey, shoot us a quick text. We can meet up and show you some homes anytime you guys want. So let me actually show you where we are today. We're in West Fresno, kind of near Highway 99. So if you do commute like within the state on a regular basis, this neighborhood might be one to consider. There's no HOA out here, and there's gonna be a park and a dog park. Lots of good stuff happening, guys. So let me show that to you really quick on the map, and then we'll get into some pricing, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so what did you think of that second house? Was it as cool as the first house or not? Let me know what you guys think. Let's dive into the map and let me show you exactly where we are today within the state and within the city, just so you have a reference point, and then we'll talk what's around here and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so we are in Fresno today. All right, Fresno, for those of you people moving here from out of state who are unfamiliar, Fresno is right in the heart of the state, right in the Central Valley of California between San Francisco and Los Angeles. And it's about 2.5 hours inland. All right, so you've got California here. You zoom way out, you see the whole country there. We've got California over here on the west coast, and then we've got San Francisco up northern California, Los Angeles down south, and Fresno just happens to be right there in the center. Okay, so let me zoom right on into that. Okay, Fresno County is this entire dark circular space right here. Okay. They're building like crazy out here, guys. I mean, there's not a ton of building happening within, the central part of the city, but, it's already built out. But as things expand outward, the city is still growing like crazy. And these houses are on the west side of town, sort of on the outskirts, but I bet in the future it will not be the outskirts anymore as things grow and expand. It's crazy, but let me show you where we are. All right, so we are just west of 99. So I've actually had some clients that work out of town that commute even like more than 2 hours a day, believe it or not, each way to work, which is quite a bit of driving. But let's assume that you work up north or down south or something, and you do commute at least even a few times a week on Highway 99. This could be an area for you to consider if you're keeping a job out of the area, because you're right off of Highway 99. It wouldn't be 20 minutes to get to 99 just driving through town. You would be right there, so that could be convenient. Highway 99 is this north to south running freeway. It's kind of a 45-degree angle here, I guess. And where we are today is actually right here where this pin is at. Okay. So we are right there. You can kind of see there's still some green areas on the map that are undeveloped. So it feels, depending on where you're at, like you're kind of in the country, but there's definitely some new neighborhoods up and coming this way. All right. So, but you're very close to the freeway. If you need to hop on the highway and go somewhere, you're very, very close. All right. Let me show you exactly where we're at. All right. So out here, we've got Central East High School, which is probably, I don't know, that might be either half a mile or a mile. It's very close. We got Central East right here. Also, we've got Justin Garza High School. So there's two high schools. We're right in the center of both of those. So I'm sure people that live here go to either or. There's probably an assigned school, but if you prefer one over the other, there's probably a way to make that work with some sort of transfer, since you are right kind of in the smack center of that. All right. Let's see, what else do we have out here? We've got Holland Park West. I'm just going to mention that because it's on the map. It's a really cool wedding venue. They do events there, weddings, all that. Really beautiful outdoor space for that. Now, there are some grocery stores out this way, but it's not as developed as other areas of town. So it's not like there's a grocery store just, a half a mile away. I think the biggest shopping center would actually be hopping on the freeway and heading north on 99 up to Herndon, which is not too far. I mean, we're here. Let me show you. There's the pin of where we're at. If you cruise up Highway 99 to this area right here, which if you hop on 99, take Veterans, you'll be there in no time. It has everything that you'll probably ever need, okay? It's got your Target, your CVS, I don't know, there's Olive Garden, Jersey Mike's, Dutch Bros. Basically, every city has these shopping strips, right? With all of the main stuff. It's got a Target, there's like a Panda Express, a McDonald's, there's restaurants, there's fast food, there's big box stores, all kinds of stuff. There's a Round Table, a Hobby Lobby. I don't need to name everything that's out here, but you can see on the map, there's a lot here, okay? So I would say, like, if you want to get out of the house and do some shopping, this is probably where you're going to go. I mean, of course, you can drive wherever you want to go, but this is probably the closest and most convenient, which is nice. And there's going to be a lot of infrastructure coming, because anytime they build homes and people move there, they've got to support that with infrastructure, more schools, more gas stations, more grocery stores. So, in the future, as things expand, there's a very high chance that all of that's going to come along with it even more. Now, let me kind of go back. That's kind of a very zoomed in local explanation of where we're at today. The question oftentimes I get is, why are so many people moving to Fresno? People ask me, they're like, why are so many people moving there? Well, because we're in California, which is an awesome place to live. We've got some of the nicest beaches in the country. We've got some of the nicest national parks around. We've got 3 of them very close to here. You can be there to any of them within probably an hour, hour and a half. You can be to the beach in 2.5 hours. There's lots of hiking, lots of 4-wheel driving. There's tons and tons. There's, 6 or 8 local lakes nearby within an hour that you can go to and take your boat out or rent a boat. There's a lot of stuff to do here, guys. It's a very, very diverse city, which is a fantastic thing. There's all different cultures. There's some really bomb food, by the way. Even like little hole-in-the-wall places. Sometimes those are my favorite. My wife and I, we love going to places that are locally owned, that are like a little hole in the wall, some of the best food you'll ever have. So if you like Indian food, if you like Chinese, you like Mexican, there's very, very good options for all of that here, and even more specific stuff than that. So let me know if you have questions there. We've got Fresno International Airport. This is a big airport. If you're flying from out of the area, you're most likely going to be flying into here. Let's see, what else is out here? There's so much. I could go on and on about it, but I will say, if you are west of 99, there's not as much out here. There's a really neat nursery, Riverside Nursery. We've actually bought stuff from here for our house. They've got some really cool plants, all of that. So if you buy a house, you're probably going to be landscaping a yard. Might be handy. We've got an In-N-Out hamburger. We do have a Costco. Okay, so we do have a Costco and a Winco off of Shaw Avenue, which is actually closer than the Herndon Shopping Center I just mentioned. Let me show you that. So this is just a few miles. It's not far at all. So if you zoom in here, you can take the Shaw exit. You've got Costco, you've got Winco, which is actually a pretty decent, pretty affordable grocery store, which is nice. We've got Home Depot. Everything you need is out here in West Fresno. It's got it all. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys, and then I can help with more questions. If you have them, just drop them in the comments or shoot me a text and I can respond to that. All right, I know you're probably tired of hearing it, so let's just get right into the pricing and let me tell you what these cost and what's going on, all right? So these houses are built from a builder who pre-specs everything. I think I mentioned that when we were walking through the first house today. Everything is pre-spec'd though, so there are some different options. Every house is not exactly the same, but you don't necessarily get to go in and say, okay, I want green cabinets, blue walls, and purple floor. Doesn't work that way. They decide in advance what goes in every single house, and then if you prefer the gray cabinets over the white cabinets, then they'll tell you which lots are being built with those options, and then you can select from one of those. Okay, so that's how they do it. These houses out here start from $457 and they go up from there. There are some fantastic incentives that I can work for you guys on these particular houses, especially the move-in readies. We can get appliances. We can get appliances included. We can get you probably $25,000 in incentive to get you a rate that is exceptional. We can probably get your closing costs covered. There's a lot of things we can do with this builder. So that's really, so if you're kind of on the fence, that could be what just pushes you over the edge. All right, so I've got the pricing right here on my portal. Let me talk about that. So the first one we saw, yes, the first house we saw was 1852 square feet. There are some move-in readies out here within the next couple months. $457, guys, for this house. You can either purchase or lease the solar. If it's purchased, it gets added to the price, raising the price. If you lease it, it's just a couple $100 or something, and that should cover pretty much your entire bill. So that's fantastic. All right, the second house that we saw today, let's see, that one was a little bit bigger. That was 2126 square feet. That house is $494, $385. Okay, so let's just call it $495. With solar, you're going to be just north of $500,000. Do you think it's worth it or not? I'm not sure. I think it's really nice, but let me know what you guys think. Now, if you feel like both of these houses are okay, but you really need something bigger, you need a mother-in-law setup, guess what, guys? You're in luck because it's an option. They actually offer a 4-bed, 3.5 bath option that we did not show in this video that we'll have coming probably in a later video. There's not a model of it, but we can certainly get into a move-in ready option to show you that because you guys need to see what's out there. That's my job to show you that stuff. If you think you might like the mother-in-law setup though, I'm going to tell you it is $537 prior to adding solar. You're probably north of $550 on that one. With solar, again, we didn't show you that one today, so don't worry too much about it. If you do want to see it, put it in the comments below, type in-law suite, and I will make a video on that one very soon for you guys. I hope the video was helpful, and if you're wondering, like many people, why so many people are relocating to the Fresno area, check out this video right here. It's 5 reasons why people are moving to Fresno, California in 2025. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.